Hey, hope you enjoyed all of the amazing demos during February's Steam Next Fest. I tried to play so many games, but time is never on my side. I did play as much as I could, and I had some ups and downs. It's nice to try so many games and figure out what I liked and what really spoke to me. And that is what this video is about, because I have 10 games that I really enjoyed during Steam Next Fest. There are no particular order in just what I had in my notes at the time of this recording. I could have added more, but this video would go on way too long. But with that being said, let's get into it. First game I got up is BeatSlayer, developed and published by Byte Rockers Games. BeatSlayer is a roguelike hack and slay game like no other. Instead of just being in the background, the music takes center stage. Join Mia, a badass music lover and crafty tinkerer, as she battles hordes of robots in a dystopian 90s inspired Berlin. There is only one rule: stay on the beat. Of course, this gives off serious Hi-Fi Rush vibes. I mean, we're just coming off of games like Hi-Fi Rush, which totally emphasized playing and fighting on the beat, but I thought it was great. I love this idea of staying on the beat, even to damage enemies. Like, you can't even damage enemies unless you are correctly on the beat within the realm of the kind of metronome style bar that you have at the bottom here. It kept me really engaged in figuring out what the flow of everything was, but this might be a little bit difficult for the not musically inclined, but there is some good training. There's a good training area involved, and there's a lot that you can do, and you can basically go as you want, because this is a roguelike and you can play as much as you want to in this game. And I had a ton of time and a ton of fun with this one. The demo is still available right now if you want to play it right now, and the full release for it is on April the 4th. The next game I have up is Berserk Boy, developed and published by Berserk Boy Games. Berserk Boy is a high-speed, action-packed platformer with Metroidvania elements, packed with vibrant and stylish pixel art. Go berserk as you change into different forms and use the power of lightning, fire, ice, air, and earth to save the planet. With music by Sonic Mania composer T. Lopez. I actually had no idea. That was really cool. It's actually the same dev that has done a lot of the anime pixel-inspired art that you've seen online. You've probably seen like an animated pixelated like Goku and Luffy and all that stuff. Has been really, really cool to see that. This game was a lot of fun. Very fast, very fluid, reminding me of a lot of those Mega Man style games. It actually felt better in my opinion. I know hopefully I don't get a lot of hate for this, but I feel like this felt a lot better than Gravity Circuit, game that I talked about last year. Was actually one of my favorite games of 2023, but I felt like Berserk Boy ran a lot better, and I enjoyed the movement a lot more because of the idea of you're just going around, you're zipping, you're zooming, you're jumping off enemies, and you're using your berserk powers to explode them, and using fire powers. You only get about 2 powers as you go throughout the demo, so it's not much to explore with all of the abilities, but I'm excited to see all of the environments and see all of the powers with all of these, what they're calling berserk orbs. And it's actually quite an intriguing story, so I'm not sure what the story is about. You kind of see some flashbacks within the realm of this game, so I'm excited to see what's going on with Berserk Boy. The demo is still available right now as well if you want to play it, and the full release for Berserk Boy is on March the 6th. Next game up is Pepper Grinder, developed by StormEdge and published by Devolver Digital. Hopefully I said that developer name right. Pepper Grinder is an action-packed 2D adventure blending traditional platforming with an alternative drilling mode that allows you to dive in and out of the earth like a dolphin swimming through water. An incredibly satisfying platformer using the grinder to hit and jump enemies. You can also boost through everything. You're going through sand, you're getting all of these gems. I wanted to collect as much as I could with this game. It is so much fun. A good bit of humor with not a whole lot of dialogue going out, but I love the idea. I love the great pixel art going on, good art direction, and very tight and simple controls. I've been seeing a lot about this game over the past maybe year and a half or so, and I'm finally glad that I was able to play this game. I was so hyped to play this. I think it's going to come to not only Steam but also the Nintendo Switch as well, and the demo is still available if you want to play it right now, but the full release is set for sometime in 2024. Next game up is Earl versus the Mutants, developed and published by Falling State Incorporated. Earl vs. the Mutants is a post-apocalyptic top-down survival roguelite where you play as an exterminator on a mission to save humanity from never-ending waves of mutants. Do you like cars? Do you like guns? Do you like driving cars in a wasteland while shooting mutants and driving over them? Because this is the game for you. I absolutely love this game. There's always that one game that kind of speaks to me and makes me want to continually play it even after I've gotten all the footage that I needed for Steam Next Fest, and this was one of those games. I will continue to keep playing this demo as long as I can because I had so much fun using this car and slipping and sliding and boosting around and hitting enemies and getting all of the cool and fancy upgrades. You also get drones apparently with this. Is a lot of fun for this game. I had so much fun, more fun than I thought. You get 2 cars available. You get your regular like semi, and you get a truck that also has like a ball and chain connected to it, so a lot of fun with that. Even though it's only 10 minutes for survival until the boss, it can still be as tough because a horde gets really aggressive and a little bit more explodey. I know that's not a word, but they get a lot more explodey and things go everywhere. Everyone's exploding everywhere, and you're shooting and you're driving and all kinds of things going on with Earl versus the Mutants. The demo is still available right now if you want to play it, if you want to enjoy it just as much as I am right now. And the full release is set for sometime in April of 2024. Next game up is Crypt Custodian, developed and published by Kyle Thompson, a solo dev. Shout out to solo devs out there. Crypt Custodian is a charming Metroidvania about cleaning up the afterlife. Play as Pluto, a mischievous cat who has died and is sentenced to be the afterworld's janitor forever. Hang out with the other doomed ghost, battle beasts, and explore a vastly expansive landscape. This made me like cats just a little bit. I'm not a huge cat fan. I'm actually allergic to cats, so that's probably why I'm not a huge cat fan, but this made me enjoy this cute Metroidvania cat game. There's a cute but also darkness within this game, exploring the ideas of death and afterlife and roaming around trying to clean up all the things outside of the realms of paradise. And I heard a lot of good things about this, and this runs great. Hopefully you got to try this one out because it's so good. It's good feeling combat, good feeling movement with everything, and enjoyed the bits of humor and dialogue that were spread out throughout, and has good Zelda vibes for sure with all of the pot smashing and going through the grass and getting all your upgrades. Enjoyed this game so much, and you can still play the demo right now, and the full release is set for sometime in 2024. And the next game I have is Realm of Ink, developed and published by Leap Studio and Maple Leaf Studio. Realm of Ink is an Ink-style action roguelike game. While pursuing the fox demon, the swordsman Red unexpectedly finds that her life is dictated by destiny within the world of the book. Only by breaking free can she unveil the truth of her existence and challenge the constraints of fate. Now I know what you're thinking. Is this basically just Chinese Hades? Yeah, it is, because that's exactly what it looks like. A lot of even the music kind of reminds me a lot of Hades, a lot of the action, a lot of the combat, a lot of even just the stage presentation of the style of the game reminds me a lot of Hades. And that's okay. It's a great inspiration to take from. And Hades is a great game. It's a great roguelike. So why wouldn't some developer take inspiration from Hades? And I thought this was a great game. And I love the idea of using things like Chinese mythology to incorporate that into the story of Realm of Ink. What's really cool is that you have this ink pet that will adapt to the types of upgrades that you get. You get these 2 upgrades that are basically ink upgrades that gives you varying amounts of elemental and physical damages, ranges from fire and lightning and all the things in between. And then your pet will be upgraded based on that and will give you more attacks, more damage, or more basically perks or all that. And it is a great game. I loved playing this game. I actually got to play test this early on before, and I enjoyed the heck out of this game. The demo for Realm of Ink is still available right now, and it is set to come out at some point. It doesn't have an official date or even year, but it will come out eventually. Next game I played was StormEdge, developed by Shield Breaking Games and published by Hype Train Digital. Dodge enemy attacks, activate lethal traps, and customize your hero in StormEdge. Team up with friends for an exhilarating co-op experience. Brace yourself for the dangerous elemental storms that will put your skills to the test. I did not play this with co-op with a co-op partner, and I realized that I should have, but there's about 4 characters that you're able to choose from in this game. I only played with the one that you're seeing on the screen right now. Great pixel art, interesting character designs. I love the wizard. You also get to play as a bear at some some point. Didn't get to that point in the demo, but I love the character designs. Really cool. Great idea of using attacks and dodges to increase damage and combo points. So what you're seeing on the screen is that you're using attacks to build up combo points that have different effects based on the combos, and then when you dodge, you get this focus meter that at least for this character, the wizard that I'm playing, has these after images that will increase the amount of damage and also takes out the types of shields that enemies have. So there's a bit of strategy, a bit of dodging. Dodging is a core essential part of making sure that you're getting through all the rooms in this roguelite. So very fast, very fluid combat, sometimes a bit too fast because it was hard to see what was coming at me at all times because there's a lot of things happening on the screen, and if you're not paying attention, you will really get hit and you will die pretty quickly. But as fast as you die, fast you get back up, so it's pretty easy to get right back into it. There was a little bit of typos in the dialogue that I noticed, but it's not too bad. I'm sure they'll fix it in the full release, but the demo is still available right now. Full release is planned for sometime in 2024. Next game up is Ultros, developed by Hadouken and published by Kepler Interactive. Ultros is a psychedelic Metroidvania where you wake up stranded on the sarcophagus, a cosmic uterus holding an ancient demonic being. Trapped in the loop of a black hole, you will have to explore the sarcophagus and meet its inhabitants and understand the part that you play. Yes, psychedelic is the word to describe this game. So trippy. What you're seeing is incredible. I cannot describe to you my experience with playing this for the first time, listening to this with headphones, experiencing the music and all of the various elements they're in. It was actually hard to kind of see where I was going because this is just so much color, so much expansive detail work on the screen. It's like I'm some sort of a soup because you're in almost like water. I mean, it even describes the idea that you're in a uterus, so there's a lot of birth and motherhood vibes given off. I was told that Bloodborne is kind of like that as well. The animations are incredible. Felt really good to play because that's what you want in a Metroidvania. You literally eat enemies and gain their power and heal and use that to upgrade your character. You're just eating body parts, and actually you get rewarded with the variety of attacks that you use when you dodge enemies, and the amount of variety that you put in is the amount of abilities that you get when you consume your enemies that you beat. So a lot of fun, like I said, too much on the screen, maybe too much color, but I think this was great. Play this game right now. It's actually available right now. It came out pretty recently. It's available, but if you're on the fence, you can play the demo as you see fit. And the next game I have is Minami Lane, developed by Doot and Billybop and also published by Doot. Welcome to Minami Lane. Build your own street in this cozy, casual management sim. Unlock and customize buildings, manage your shops, and maximize the happiness of your villagers to complete the quest and fill your street with love. Every next fest, I try to branch out of my usual genres and find something different, and this one hit me really good. Saw this one in a wholesome direct and jumped right into it, and unlike other management sims, this was so easy to get into. It got me invested into making the best block possible by building new areas, changing the recipes on my shop, and adding variety to things like a part and making sure all my villagers are in a good mood. You also get to click on the villagers and see their inner thoughts and kind of tweak things that you need to make sure you have the best type of lane possible. This is great on a handheld, great for a Steam Deck or a Switch, which hopefully this is coming to Switch. I don't think I remember see this coming to Switch, but I think it probably will be at some point. Had a great time with this. The full release will be on February the 28th. And the last game I have up is something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is Emberbane, developed and published by Hamlet Games. Emberbane is a 2D Metroidvania offering precise platforming and combo-driven combat. Harness the power of the four elements, fire, water, earth, and air, as you traverse the lands of the gods in a tale centered on revenge and the turmoil it brings. I did a video on this back in the day. This is Avatar meets DMC. I backed this one on Kickstarter immediately. I talked about it in that video, which is actually still getting views at this point. So shout out to everybody who's still talking about Emberbane and still viewing my video on Emberbane. I did not realize that people are still watching that, so that's awesome. Appreciate you so much on that. It felt good. I'm so glad I got to play this game finally. Felt good to move and fight, fast and fluid combat. Good variety of powers, even though I only experienced using the fire when I played the demo, but I can't wait to play the others. full voice acting, which adds to the depth of the story being told. I loved Emberbane. I can't wait to play the full release. Can't wait to get it in my hands to just play everything, to experience the story for myself in its entirety. But unfortunately, if you want to play the demo, it's not available at this time, but it will be released sometime this year. But be sure to follow and wishlist Emberbane. In fact, you should wishlist every single game I mentioned on this list, and even all the games that you played during Steam Next Fest, because as I've said before, wishlist help developers immensely, and it helps them grow and helps them get pushed in the algorithm of Steam, if you know what that means. And there were hundreds of demos to play during Steam Next Fest, and so these only scratched the surface. Shout out to all of these amazing devs who are working so hard to put out the best game possible. What games from this round of Steam Next Fest did you enjoy? Were any of them on this list? And if so, let me know in the comments. And if there are things that I missed, let me know in the comments as well. I would love to know your experience of playing all the games during Steam Next Fest. And while you are down there, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like these, indie game reviews, LPs, and more. My name is Chike, and I will see you next time. Bye.